Spider-Man Homecoming in 3D, a 2017 Marvel release, a 133-minute movie, a 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio, so you will get the black bars at the top and the bottom, starring Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and we have Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Of course, Tony Stark and Iron Man are in here. What can you say? Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. You might have recognized her, or you will recognize her from My Cousin Vinny. Yep, that nice, good-looking gal there. And she's good-looking here, too. Absolutely. Donald Glover's in here, and a whole host of other stars. Go ahead and Google it if you want to see who they are. Go ahead and check it out. This is the 6th big screen version of Spider-Man. This is the 3rd iteration. You know, we had Tobey Maguire, and then we had Andrew Garfield, and now we got Tom Holland. Thank goodness we got Tom Holland. I think he is the perfect Spider-Man. I did like Tobey Maguire, but this guy here, Tom Holland, he nails it, and he nails it for the Marvel series. That's the thing about it. He nails it. He interacts well with all the other characters. This is not just a standalone Spider-Man like Tobey Maguire had done, but that's neither here nor there. This is not a rehash. You're not going to go back to when he gets bit by the spider and the uncle dies and all that. We should have already known that by now, okay? So you're not going to get that here, and you don't need it here, okay? You don't need that. This is a high school kid that has high school problems, and he's a superhero. So he's really Spider Kid that grows up to be Spider-Man, and you know, that's true to the comic. That's more true to the comic. If you're a fan of the comic, you're really gonna enjoy this version. Let's talk about Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Oh my gosh, what a villain. Absolutely, Michael Keaton nails it. And you feel for this guy. You really do, because here's a guy that's, he's a scavenger. He's like a vulture, he's a scavenger, and he got screwed over. He really did. He got screwed over. He had a deal going, and he got screwed over. I'm not going to ruin it for you. And he starts making things and selling things, and he's making a living for himself. Okay, there's a twist in the plot here too near the end, which I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. And when he's the Vulture in the suit, he's fine. When he takes that Vulture suit off, my God, what a villain! Absolutely. And he doesn't really show a whole lot of emotion in his face, but you can feel it. You can feel it in him. There's some tense scenes in here. Thank goodness Michael Keaton actually nails it. Tony Stark does show up. He's a mentor. You know, Spider-Man, Spider-Kid, he wants to be approved by Tony Stark. He wants to do more things for Tony Stark. He wants to do more things for the Avengers. And Tony's there, he's not ready. You're not ready. And so he goes through some iterations in his suit here too. And there's some scenes in here where, what if Spider-Man had to swing through the suburbs where there's no buildings? And that's really just, there's some humor in here, okay? There really is. It's funny. There's a lot of humor in here. So that's just part of the plot. I don't want to tell you too much there. This takes place right after Civil War. So if you've seen Captain America Civil War, you'll recognize it right there. There's a lot of laughs in here, like I said, but let me tell you something. The 3rd act is absolutely incredible. I mean, the movie was good. I really enjoyed it. I laughed, and when I got to that 3rd act, this movie builds. I mean, it builds from 1 minute to the next minute to the next minute. And you think, okay, well, that's not going to happen. That can't get any more exciting. And it just keeps building. Now, there are some slow plot scenes in here, but if you're a comic book fan, you're going to appreciate his struggle in high school and his struggle with what he has to do, you know, as a student. So there are some, it's not all action, but when the action comes, it's there, and boy, does it build to the 3rd act. It's absolutely incredible. Let's talk about 3D now. The 3D is very, very good. A lot of depths. See forever. The colors are good. I'd much rather watch this in 3D and 2D, without a doubt. Is it the best 3D? No. There's a lot of pop-outs that come flying on your face? No, there's not. But the depth is there. It's like looking into a window. And here's something else about this 3D. When he's up high, and when he is on that Washington Monument, and you've probably seen this in the trailer, and that camera, that 3D goes over the edge, and you're looking down. That is the most incredible height looking down shot I've ever seen. from above. You're going to get nauseous. It's dizzying. It really is dizzying. It's like you're going to sit back, like you're going over the edge. I've watched The Walk, and I've kind of felt that way in The Walk, but not as much as this. The way they do that, the depth on that from the height in 3D, looking down to the ground, you swear to God you're on top of that thing. That is the most incredible height 3D I've ever seen in any movie. But other than that, you have your standard depths, a very mild 3D, not a whole lot of pop-outs, like I said. The third act takes place with a plane, and the 3D is amazing. The depths down into the city from the plane, and there's a few things that fly out at you, but not a whole lot, okay? So that's my take on this. That's my take on Spider-Man Homecoming. And look at that, cool. Got a cool disc. I got the 2D in there now, that's why you're not seeing it. This is an absolute must-have, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan. As far as Spider-Man movies go, I'm gonna give this 5.0 out of 5. As far as Marvel movies go, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. And as far as 3D movies go, I'm gonna give it 3.75 out of 5. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more pop-outs. But anyway, that's my take on it. So what'd you think? Did you see it? Did you see it in 3D? Did you see it 2D? Did you see it at the theaters? Leave some comments below and let me know. I want to hear what your thoughts are about this. I really appreciate that. Hit that like and subscribe button. Stay safe. Have a good night. As always, God bless.